We're saying 350,000 attacks on white people by black people a year in this country is wrong. Why can't you stand that and say with that? Maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today. Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, my turn to speak. You are part of the fucking problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any fucking...
That's called white guilt.
No, let it talk.
My son, let me finish. I give you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir.
Thanks.
You are creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness.
Here, you are being weak. I gotta be honest with you about that, sir.
You're being weak. Condemn your son's killer and the culture that caused it.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey guys, AG Tactical here with another lesson of the day. How to incite a race war. Okay? Step number 1. Find the tragedy that has absolutely nothing to do with race. Step number 2. Insert 2 race-baiting racists into the situation and get them to rile the masses up. And step number 3, my friends, the final and the most fun step of them all. Get the masses of morons to rise up together and start doing dumbass shit. And there you go. There you have it. That is how you start a race war. Listen, guys, in all seriousness, this is getting out of hand, okay? I honestly think Dominique Alexander may have been the start to it. Maybe we didn't even need Dominique Alexander for this to start, but let's just be honest, all of the racists are coming out of the woodworks, okay? You got the black racists, then you got the white racists. And ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about the white ones, okay? Because we got Mr. Jake Lang attaching himself to the family of Austin Metcalf. Let's paint this scenario out, right? Your son just died. Your skin tone happens to be white, right? All the race bullshit comes into play, the YouTubers, the commentators, all these people come into play, and then out of nowhere, this racist piece of shit tries to align himself with your family. That must be the worst reality to live, bro, because this is what's going on. Jake Lang, the one who preaches divide and hatred, just like Dominique Alexander, is in the building, ladies and gentlemen, front and fucking center, right? He had a little conversation with Austin Metcalf's father, and basically he said, "Get my family out of your fucking mouth." You guys heard the clip in the beginning, right? The man, I'll paraphrase for you. Jake Lang said basically, "Fuck you. That's white guilt. You're a weak man, and I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want anyway. I'm gonna incite all of this hatred anyway." You know, that proves that these vultures, these fucking vampires, these people do not give a fuck about your kids. All the Al Sharptons of the world, the Dominique Alexanders, the Jake Langs, they're all the same person. This literally just happens to be a white boy doing it. A white boy doing it, you know? And listen, this is the problem, because there's 100,000 Jake Langs around the world. You know, there's 100,000 Dominique Alexanders around the world. These guys are going to bring out the fucking idiots of society, and it's already happening. If you go on Twitter, shit's wild. Shit's going crazy on Twitter right now. I mean, you know, we have to be careful on the rhetoric that's spread, man. And the people in the comments spreading just random misinformation that comes in and out of their fucking heads are not helping either. But anyway, let's go ahead and check out the Jake Lang rally against them blacks, them blackies. You know, it's actually crazy. We are starting 2020. What year was it? We're starting the whole thing all over again, folks. And it's Disgusting. But let's go ahead and check this out.
Do you know if they reached out to Jeff?
They did not.
They didn't even reach out.
Have not spoke to him under
Incredible.
no circumstances.
Wow. Okay.
So when I do this interview, that's what I'm going to ask him
Why?
here in a minute. Like,
Yeah. Great.
have you spoke with the father? And since I have, the father says he wants no part of this. Under no circumstances, he wants his kid labeled with what's happening here. So since they're going to give me an interview, I'm going to go do it.
Wonderful. We're all very excited for this.
And you know, you have to do that. You got to do it. Because if his father was to stay quiet, he would automatically be put onto the train with all the other pieces of shit in the world. I'm pretty sure Austin Metcalf's dad on a daily basis gets about 30 messages a day from very, supremacist groups telling him all types of shit. I don't know how much I could say on YouTube. That's why I'm walking around it. But you know what I'm saying, right? He probably gets contact with that fuck shit every day. And now you have someone publicly trying to push you as our new leader of hatred. You got to stomp that shit out immediately. And I'm glad he has a black man doing it, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? We don't stand for that bullshit. We don't stand for that fuck shit.
No reason to plunge a dagger into his heart.
Okay, now real quick. Hold on real quick before we move on. I got called Uncle Ruckus. I got called Coon. I got called all types of shit. You want to see Uncle Ruckus? This little motherfucker is Uncle Ruckus. Okay, so before y'all start throwing names my direction, go do your research on Mr. Bitch Boy behind Mr. Lang or Yang, whatever the fuck this man's name is. Yeah, shit. This is part of the problem as well. A little fucking minion. Let's continue.
To his heart.
And I travel across the country to reduce violence in black communities.
Thank you. I stand with you, sir,
On a regular basis. But today, I'm here on behalf of the father, Jeff Metcalf.
Okay.
And what he's asking you is to not use his son's image or likeness in what you're doing. You can do what you do, but that's not what he wants his son tied to.
Okay.
Out of respect for that family.
Now I would ask Jeff Metcalf if he would be bold enough to act like a father of a deceased young man that was murdered instead of being somebody suppressed, worried that he's going to spark the next race riots or some type of thing. He needs to say
Instead of being suppressed, worried about starting one of the next race riots, and he needs to be a father, and he's one of them, guys. He's one of them. They all come the same way. Remember when I talked about back in Thornton Township, if you follow that, Michael Brown, then we had Dominique Alexander, then we have this bitch boy. They all have the same cadence. It's like they're preaching. The hand gestures and he needs to be a father, and he's speaking to this man, to this black man, but he's also speaking to everybody around him. He's trying to create that speech, that rhetoric, that bullshit. They all do the same thing. They all do the same thing. Let me back that up. His cadence is like this the entire time. I will point out.
Of a deceased young man that was murdered instead of being somebody suppressed.
Instead of being someone suppressed and being attacked and oh Lord, the anointing. Do you feel the similarity? Snake oil salesman, false prophet, pieces of shit. But let me shut the fuck up and play this video.
Worried that he's going to spark the next race riots or some type of thing. He needs to stand for righteousness, not for the consequences of righteous actions always need to be taken seriously. He needs to be righteous before he is fearful. He is acting out of fear, not out of righteousness. He should have been on the top of the bus today. He should have been standing shoulder to shoulder with me.
Are you a father?
No, I am not.
I'm a father.
Amen.
I'm a father. As a father, there is this thing called grief. So let me tell you what's going on in his house. He's getting swatted. His only other son.
Who is swatting him?
Well, that's community. No, we don't know the community, but it's happening. That's on the police to find. Secondly, he has a son who's a twin, who his son died in his arms. So that means he needs to navigate that. Then his son, who's his only son, is getting death threats. So as a father, his hands is full. So the last thing he wants to be tied to is having this complex of race. So yes, violence is...
And you're gonna see some people in the comments of this video, they're gonna attack the black man for saying, "Ooh, why does he care that white boy is getting death threats? Who cares? Austin was getting bullied." Not Austin. It's because the basketball player. I'm thinking of Karmelo. Karmelo is getting bullied. This, that, and the other. There's gonna be people like that. I promise you. It's almost too far gone, bro. I feel like if the father can properly denounce this bullshit, maybe it can simmer. But this man right here, I don't know how crazy Lang is gonna take it, but he's trying to ensure that shit doesn't happen.
It's bad. Young black men are getting killed every day by young black men across this country.
Yes, but I'm not a member of that community. I'm a member of my community. My community is being victimized by the community of violent black.
But here's the problem.
Degenerates.
But here's the problem.
They're degenerates.
When you stand up in the name of God, there's one body.
Amen.
And if you're not a part of that body,
I can read statistics. So I'm also a pragmatic human being. So I understand when there's a problem, it needs to be addressed head on. If you tiptoe around a problem, that's how you get to the end result.
So your biggest concern is the loss of white life by black people?
No, that's
not
your
concern.
I have concern.
The concern is a repeating pattern. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going on and on.
Shut the fuck up. This guy ought to get on his knees and just start sucking this guy's dick. Because you're already riding it, might as well get off and suck it for a minute too. Top him off real quick. Glaze him, as the kids they would say. You dick riding piece of shit. Bro, you can't make this shit up. There's an Uncle Ruckus everywhere, bro. Bro, there's an Uncle Ruckus peeping out the closet all over the world, bro. I don't know what gets into these motherfuckers' heads to support some fuck shit like this, but oh my God, bro. See, I see the spirit, and that sounds fucking stupid, but I feel like it doesn't matter what fucking skin color you are. Him and these other folks, they're the same, bro. They're here to cause chaos. I'm just trying to live life, smoke some weed, and have a good fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. But apparently that's not enough for some people. Some people, like in the words of Batman's butler, just like to watch the fucking world burn. And these two are some of them.
Ignored any longer. If it stops, we're good.
So let me answer that question. Do you believe more white people are killed by white people or by black people?
Listen, by strangers, it's 2 to 1. Every single race in domestic issues, because we live amongst each other and uncles kill uncles and drunk at barbecues and stuff like that, it's always the same amount.
So your response is this.
Let me respond, please. Please let me respond.
Is your response that Mr. Metcalf needs to get on your bus and tell people that his son was killed, but he's not you. So what I'm saying is,
I'm telling you, I'm somebody that stands for what I believe in, and I don't cower when it's time to stand.
If your desire
it's because of fear.
My desire is that another Austin Metcalf does not happen next week. And if I was his father, I would stand righteously to say, yes, but I'm a man.
We all have common sense.
Are you speaking for his father?
Hold on. We know.
No, I'm speaking for white men in this country.
Are you a father?
White people in this country.
Are you a father?
Hold on one second.
Are you a father?
Hold on one second.
Are you a father?
I'm not, but listen.
Okay, so when I talk to non-fathers,
bunch of non-father dumbasses, bro. I'm not talking yet. No, I am not a father. But boy, go smoke another fucking black and mild. Black ass motherfucking lips. That's not from his race. That's from the black and fucking milds that he's ripping in that car. I don't know what to say. Shut the fuck up, maybe. And it's like 2 non-fathers coming. They're almost like demons, bro. You know what they say? The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. They're here to fucking destroy. The killing already happened. They just want to destroy some shit now. Fucking false. Anyways.
Hold on. Who are not dealing with grief. You've talked for an hour. So if you want to address, I can give you after I give this message. The bottom line is this. You have a father that's out of respect asking you not to put his son's face in a place. How do you say you're going to represent people when you can't respect the will of the people?
Let me respond, guys. There's too much peanut gallery.
That's not what his father said. His father did not say that.
Can we please let me respond?
So you believe-
Let me respond.
No,
Hey,
his father is a fear.
I'm having a conversation between you and I. Listen to this.
Yeah.
Austin Metcalf is no longer Austin Metcalf. He is a symbol. He is a symbol of young white people being predatorized and victimized every single day, living in fear. He is living in fear. Our people in this country.
He has a boner for making Austin a symbol. Austin's not a person no more. He never was a person to this guy. Austin is a number of how much bullshit he could stir up and probably profit off of. Again, he's not doing this out of the goodness of his heart. I don't think he purely just wants to do this mission. There's always profit off of stuff like this, bro.
Are living in fear. Austin Metcalf is no longer just a son.
Jeff, hold on, Jeff. Do me one favor, because there seems to be an issue that you're okay with Austin's name being plastered with this particular movement. Now, I've already addressed that. So now I want you to say one more time that you agree with your son's name and face being attached to this movement?
Hey, Jeff Metcalf, this is Jake Lang here. I wanted to talk to you, not be led into a question. This is an illegal argument. This is called leading.
Do you agree with your son?
Can I have a conversation with you?
No, because you could have called him before that. You could have called him out of respect.
I've been reaching out. I'm one of the biggest figures in America.
Jeff,
Nobody's ever
I've given your message.
See, blown up, swollen up head. Oh, I'm one of the biggest figures in America. I'm him. Of course my bro, you're nobody. You're nobody but a fucking leech to society.
Giving you your message, and here's the
all
response.
family members, everybody I can
I've
find.
given you your message, and here's the response.
You're not giving my
this
message.
Guy
You're
said,
giving your message.
What he said was this. What he said was this. He said that you, as a father, should be on the bus with him, delivering the message that he's delivering. Unfortunately, he's not a father, and the gentleman with us is not a father. Maybe they don't understand what loss is. But at the end of the day, I've given your message, and they thought that it wasn't your message.
Let me have 1 minute of my message
Call
to Jeff
him.
Metcalf.
Call him.
Okay, what's his number?
He's on the phone right now.
So Jeff, do you, huh?
This is not a good faith discussion.
Okay, hold on. Here's Jeff. Hold on. So Jeff, go ahead. Go ahead, Jake.
Hey, Jeff, it's Jake Lang here.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Jeff, first of all, my entire heart rests in your hands. I would be in my position.
My entire heart rests in your hands. Boy, get the fuck out of here, man. He is my entire heart rests in your hands, and then 50 seconds later disrespects him and his entire family, calling him a weak man. That's all you need to know. I hope there's a supporter of this guy just so we can see the contradiction. Just so you can genuinely see the contradiction. The man is the devil. The man's a demon. You want to know what real life demons are? He's one of them. My entire heart rests in your hands. And then 50 seconds later calls him a weak man for not wanting to cause violence. Wow.
Not even as somebody even knew your son, but somebody that shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and I grew up in fear of my life around black people because they were killing and robbing people around me all the time. And I don't understand, as I was a father, you could sit idly by and not condemn the culture that killed your son. There is an epidemic problem in this country, and your voice could be one of the loudest voices in this country, but you have chosen to recoil out of fear and continue the suppression. Why will you not stand with me and with the rest of the people? We're not calling for racial divide. We're not calling for hatred. We're saying 350,000 attacks on white people by black people a year in this country is wrong. Why can't you stand that and say with that? Maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices.
God bless the beautiful young man's soul. Bro, it makes you want to fucking throw up, dude. It makes you want to fucking vomit. And and he's trying to use his family as this tool. Like, oh, I was a young white man scared of blacks also. If you're walking around 17-year-old white man scared of blacks, you need to get your ass beat by a black. That's how I feel. Why are you walking around scared of blacks, you bitch? Now, one thing is if you live in a bad neighborhood and there just happens to be black folks who are a part of the problem, it's another thing saying that, oh, I was a young 17-year-old black man who was just scared of the blacks because, it's just so many black crimes happening. The man is disgusting, dog. He deserves to be in a separate location from normal people. Because I promise you, normal white folk don't think like this. Normal black folk don't think like this, bro. So I hope we put that down. That normal blacks and whites, if we're doing the race thing, don't think like that. It's only the fucking freaks, and they all deserve to be in one group together. Just mush them up together and send them to a fucking island.
If he was still alive today. Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, my turn to speak. You are part of the fucking problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any fucking...
That's called white guilt.
No, let it talk.
My son, let me finish. I give you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir.
Thanks.
You are creating more Austin Metcalfs
Black
with your
man
weakness.
here, you are being weak. I gotta be honest with you about that, sir.
You're being weak. Condemn your
Who the fuck is that guy?
son's killer and the culture that caused it.
Hey, Jeff.
That's the problem. You've been submitted.
Hold on, hey, Jeff.
You've been submitted.
I'll handle it from here.
You've been submitted, sir.
You're not gonna make
If
us
we were
back
all,
down.
if we were all
You're not gonna
of
make
your
us back
nature,
down.
Guys, listen.
You're
Let me
not
say
gonna
this.
shame
what a
us.
weak
Not
man.
Do you know who you're talking to? You don't, do you?
I'm talking to a black man.
You don't. No, you're not.
Okay.
You sit here, you talk about Trump.
But I am. You're not
Google
gonna
my
make me back
name
down.
and Trump. No. When you
Black
do
males
that, my
winning.
name is Bruce
I agree with black males
No,
winning,
Google that.
but they're not winning
but
right
what
now.
You're doing,
They're becoming
but what
degenerates
you're doing
and murdering white
you're
people.
not helping America. You're no more patriotic than I am. No way.
silent is
Where
not
were you
helping.
on
No way.
January?
I think what he's trying to say is wink wink, I'm a Republican, you bitch. Republicans nor Democrats nor nobody support this fuck shit. In a right, maybe some of them, the ones who make it about politics, but this shit ain't even about politics really. It's about race. And politics just kind of dwindles in the background with it.
You've been silent. It's only gotten worse.
Where were you on January
just
6th?
You've been
said that
silent.
about
It's
Look
all-
at this guy. Man, I know he gets that sloppy from old boy over here. All up on you've been this guy, my girl. Don't talk about my girlfriend. No, my girl. Always a Uncle Ruckus somewhere. There's always a ruckus somewhere, folks.
only
Where I
gotten
was?
worse.
Where were you? Did you stand for your country
So you
when they
think that
stole our
made you
vote?
patriot because you showed up there? Does that
tyranny.
make you a patriot?
Joe
What's your
Biden,
solution?
Joe
Joe
Biden
Biden is a
All you're doing is
pedophile.
condemning us. What's your
My
solution?
solution is to help people where they're weak. So we have an issue in young black males' lives across the country.
It's not
It doesn't
Say that
matter.
to Jeff
Nothing's
Metcalf.
changed. It's
Say
getting
that to
worse.
Jeff Metcalf.
We talk about it, man.
Say it.
At the end of the
So
day,
then
the
what
man
is
is
his-
asking. So let me ask you this: you got a father who's grieving, and your response is he's weak.
My father is celebrating my strength right now.
You have no idea. You'll never win the Senate. And what I'll do, I'll come to Florida and run for Senate and run as a Republican, and I'll kick your butt.
No,
Guaranteed.
you
2
lose,
years,
bro.
you need 2
Guaranteed.
years of
Guaranteed.
residency
You
in
lose.
Florida.
Because this behavior is why we're in the situation where we are.
No.
Yeah, I told you he was a Republican. It doesn't matter, bro. This guy is trash, and the Republicans should be terrified that he's a proud Republican. Y'all need to fucking bury that name as far as you fucking can. Expeditiously.
We get these. Is that what it is? Okay. Well, at the end of the day, he's asked you what to do and what not to do.
Listen,
you have a right to
he's
do it
no
or not
longer
do
You
it.
can
Austin
say not
Metcalf.
talk about
I love
Austin
Austin.
Metcalf, but we're gonna
don't
continue
know
this
Austin.
movement.
I love somebody
You
enough
love
to
the
be
thought
strong
of using Austin
No.
for T-shirts, for propaganda, and to get out here and talk about
You
who
want to
you
shut
are.
down a
I'm
white
not
man
raising
right
money.
now. That's what
I'll
I'm trying
shut
to
you
do.
down, ain't
I'm
you?
not
you're not
raising
shutting me
I'm not
down.
raising money like
Because
Karmelo
I got
Anthony.
family.
I'm not
letting
raising
them
money
be
like
put down
Karmelo
anymore.
Anthony.
No, bro, you
finances
stop.
that
You
I'm
came
not
here to try to
using.
shut him down.
No, I
That's
came
what
in to
this
give him
is.
a message from a father.
And listen,
but I realized that
You know what's funny? Uncle Ruckus. Anyway, all my black folks out there, you know what Lang thinks of this guy, right? Wink, right? To all my black folks, you know what he really thinks about this guy. The guy who's hugging him on his side, the guy who's propping him up. Oh, no, let the white man speak. Let the white man speak. Y'all know how Lang really thinks of this man. You got all I'm saying is there's clowns on both sides, yo. And these two are definitely one of them. Two of them. Shit.
Let's be honest, you're a black man trying to shut him down.
I'm an American. First.
No, man, you don't
I'm an
really think
American.
that.
No,
I am. You're
I'm
not.
an American.
I am.
That's
You're
what
not.
I am.
That's why I'm here. You
No,
want
is
to
that
silence
it?
him.
No,
You want to
I'm
shame
an American
him.
that
I've seen
says
it happen
this
over and
foolishness
over.
here
It's not
doesn't work.
foolishness.
That's what
You've
it is.
done nothing. You have not worked on anything. It's not changed nothing. We're here to try something different to stop this.
So what's
bro.
the difference?
The difference is we're actually coming out here with courage.
Saying what?
And you just want to silence people.
No.
Saying that white people can't be put down
Look,
anymore.
I
White
listened
people
to
cannot
you.
be silenced
I listened
anymore
to
like
you
this.
for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It wasn't substantive.
And you were raging. It
you
was.
had more people paying
You were
attention
raging.
to the
What
foolishness.
substance is it then? What's
One dead, the 17.
Yeah.
Another one who's in jail.
He's a murderer.
And you
And
have
how
not in
often
jail.
it
He's at
happens
home
all the
eating
time.
Who's been
He's
charged?
home eating Cheetos.
We tried your way. It happens again and again and again and again and
At the end
again.
of the
It
day,
doesn't stop.
Hold on. At the other day is this. You probably bought that hat for me. Those flags, I probably sold you those flags.
You're not a
So
Trumper,
you
brother.
have no-
You're not a Trumper. I understand what being a Make America Great Again patriot means. And it means addressing
What does it mean?
it means addressing
What does
issues
it mean?
without being a pussyfoot around it. Don't tap dance around the issues. Address it. Black people are killing white people in this country, and it needs to stop.
Yeah.
We are being predatorized in our own country. We are being predatorized in our own country, and it's a weakness from Jeff Metcalf and people like you that is continuing the culture. Condemn Carmelo Anthony, condemn. Why are you confronting me? What
I'm
if
not
call Jeff
confronting. I told
Metcalf
you
and
the
say
truth,
there's a
no.
young black man with a Carmelo Anthony jersey
just
on
gonna show you something,
parading
son. I
his
just- no,
son's
listen.
death
I
when
just
I'm
Googled-
standing
hold on.
strong
I
against
just
the
Googled
murderer?
my name in Trump. Since you say
I'm
I'm
standing
not
strong
no,
against
listen,
the murderer.
I want
Who
you to
cares
learn.
about it?
Oh, I know.
President Trump pardoned
I got you.
President
It
Trump
doesn't matter,
pardoned
guys.
President Trump
Oh, that doesn't matter. That doesn't
No.
matter.
No,
President Trump
no,
would
you
have left
probably
me
shouldn't have got
behind.
pardoned. He
Yeah,
probably
but you're
shouldn't
not
have gave you a
President
pardon.
Trump.
And it ascends into chaos. That's pretty much it. I can't listen to this bullshit. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit because big boy wanted to say some more shit, and I just thought this shit was hilarious. So give me 1 second.
Yes,
I
you
don't
are.
care, son.
You care. That's why you're here right now. That's why
I
you
call
came
out
here.
black people
We're not
every
stupid.
day.
We
One
see what you're doing.
One question.
We see what you're doing.
Should
I
Carmelo
know you have.
Anthony?
I know you have white family members like I do.
Philip.
But I'm tired of it.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, really?
Carmelo-
I don't think you
You want to talk about ignorance and black boy this and black boy that? You gotta get your pit bull on a leash, there, Lang. He wants to fight him just because there's a misunderstanding. Why you want to fight? The whole time he's trying to make eye contact and posture up on him and show his height. Listen, OG might fuck you up just because you big. Them knees look weak. OG is a big boy too. Shit. And he got the cowboy hat on. That gives him +5 in endurance. So he might fuck you up. It's ignorance, bro. I've never seen a group of more ignorant people in my life, bro. Or maybe for a very long time.
There's been
Why was I
$500,000 raised for Carmelo Anthony because he killed a white
So I
man.
have two problems.
What's your issue?
I have two problems.
Yeah.
So no, hold on.
If
When
Carmelo
you-
Anthony
when
was
you-
your neighbor,
hold on.
would you allow your
Hold on.
children to go play with him right now? Carmelo's Anthony's neighbor. He's home on bond. Would you
Think
send your
about-
children over to go play Xbox with him right now?
I don't know the kid well
Exactly,
enough,
because he doesn't
You don't know?
isn't your
Oh,
neighbor.
wow. Okay.
Hold on.
I know what you were here today.
Why?
You're just mad that he's calling out the problem of black people killing white people. Yes, that's exactly what I think.
You don't see
You're
That's why I
pro
think you
black
came
males
here to
winning. How
start some
about for
shit.
black males murdering? Are you against that?
He if you guys want to watch the entire video, Freedom News TV posted it. Go check it out. It's nothing but fucking ignorance for a really long time. I don't know what to say, folks. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. Make sure you subscribe. No race wars. We don't want that. I'm out.